we go. About to kick off. Boom, the kick is up. It's a good kick. Looks like he's going to make it all the way down about the 5. Bobbles, but he's got the ball. He got a little bit of blocking if he gets outside. He does, but no more room as that big old giant white line out of bounds showed up, and he's no more than the maybe 25. So let's see what Valley View can do
on
their second possession, don't it? They did get a first down, but the drive stalled, and the quarterback threw a costly interception, and see what they can do in their second drive.
Yeah, and again, Paul, they look pretty good. I mean, let's be honest. The one pass that was underthrown, the other 2 passes were caught. A good run of 3+ yards. So Valley View Tigers didn't look that bad, but they came up with an interception. Here we go, Pablo. Take it away.
Lentz under center, motion across the formation. Looks like it's going to be a quick pass to the outside. A very well-designed play, a very safe play, except quarterback threw a little bit early. He needed to take about 1 or 2 more steps. Normally, don't it? It's either a 3-step, a 1, 3, 5, or 7-step pass. I think he needed to take 1 more step.
All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up. It'll stop the clock with 7:53. Again, the SaberCats are running the ball more than what they used to, and on the other hand, Tigers come out throwing the ball.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're conceding the fact that they're oversized. The offensive line versus defensive line. You're going to see a lot of this. Quarterback rolling out. He may keep it again, and he's going to keep it. Good job by the Valley View receiver to come off his route and then to start blocking to assist the quarterback. A nice gain of about 5, don't it?
Yeah, it'll bring up a 3rd and manageable 4 yards. I mean, that's not bad.
Very manageable. You may see a lot. I think they're going to move the pocket a lot to try to negate the size of that defensive line where they get outside, and it doesn't matter how big your D-line is.
All right, here we go. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Trips across the formation. He rolls out. He could keep it, and he's going to keep it. Good
Play.
I'll tell you what, very aggressive defense. Good job by the DB to come up there. Quarterback looked like he might have had it, but it looked like he kind of shied away from the contact a little bit there, don't it?
It looked very promising there for a while with them to pick up the first down, but they came up short on a good, aggressive defensive play by the SaberCats. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 2 coming up, 6:55 and counting left. And now, thank you, Martin Torres, handling all this. Hey, any problems? We look at Martin.
Martin Torres, he's on
no
fire.
Sign language. Martin's on fire.
Peach tea.
All right, here we go. Fire. It'll be 4th and 2 coming up, and it's going to be the Valley View Tigers punting for the first time tonight.
Oh, it's a low snap, fielded. He gets it away. It's a high knuckleball. It's going to be fielded cleanly at the 27, and he's already up the middle. That punt didn't have very much hang time. As he tried to get outside, he's still on his feet, as you can see on your screen. How he's still up, we don't know. Bottom line, that was a gorgeous return of about 20 yards.
Yeah, about 18 yards. Probably, I'm trying to figure it out there. It's about 18 yards, 20 yards on the pickup. So after the catch, it's going to set the ball up at the 44-yard line. Pablo, you got 56 yards, 55 yards to go. Not bad.
Oh, very good field position, don't it? I mean, very, very good in that you have to go no more than maybe about half the field to score, to get a touchdown, maybe only 30 or so yards, even to get in field goal range. So that's tough for Valley View that they were not able to, get some better field position against Vela.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. 6:23 left in the first quarter. It's Robert Vela 14, Valley View Tigers 0.
Motion across the formation. It's a bad, and it's intercepted. It's going to be a touchdown. He's on the 20, the 10. We're going to call that on paper. That's an interception, don't it? That's a forward lateral pitch.
All right.
The good news is that if it's mishandled and hits the ground, it's an incomplete pass. Bad news, if you throw it to the D-line, they might intercept it and score a touchdown.
So it's touchdown, Tigers.
Tigers.
All right, guys. So it's a defense putting some points on the board with 6:14 left, and you'll see the replay in a minute probably by the Catch TV 17. But what happened, it was a little pitch. The guy coming on motion, he didn't think he was going to get the ball. He ran right through it. It fell right into the hands of a defensive lineman, and he took it the distance. What, Paulo? 44 yards.
No one more surprised than him, and I'm sure he's still smiling right now.
I think he thought it was a hamburger they threw at him.
Yeah, with cheese.
He grabbed it and ran.
The water size.
What's it with cheese?
Water size.
All right, here we go, Paulo. Take us to the point after, please.
All right, you can see Robert Serna. Oh, it's high. Looks pretty good from here. It doesn't matter how high. It just matters if it goes through those metal posts.
Extra point, Tigers. So, ladies and gentlemen, with 6:14 left after the SaberCats get their first 2 possessions, and And they put easily points on the board with 3-5 plays each time. This time they get the ball at their own 44. Good field position. Little toss fell into the arms of the defensive lineman. He took it 44 yards. So it is now with 6:14 left. SaberCats 14 from Robert Vela. Valley View Tigers 7.
And, don't it by design, a lot of those guards were pulling. That play is designed, it's called a jet sweep. It's designed to get outside very quickly because you have a guy coming in motion already. So they pretty much disregard the heavy blocking up front. So that's why you have that defensive lineman come through so quickly. But
all of them were.
He shouldn't have even been a factor.
Right.
That ball would have been gone.
Yeah.
Except they threw it right to his gut.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, here you go. Cheeseburger.
Pepsi,
no Coke. Old Saturday Night Live.
So with 6:14, it's the defense.
Pepsi, no Coke.
It's the defense putting up. It's the defense putting up points on the board for the Valley View Tigers. And hey, Julio, there goes my 0. Hey, does it help that the defense scored, not the offense?
I told you I'd give you a shot for your nuts.
Hey, double or nothing, triple or nothing.
I predicted 48-0, and Julio said, you know what? I'll give you a chance for the nachos. The defense scores, Pablo. ¿Cómo la ves?
I know. Hey, give him cut the slack.
All right, so it's going to be now with 6:14 left, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're just joining us, I'm Donna Salinas. To my right, Paul Osbury. On the stats, once again, Ida Salinas. And, yes, she is related. That's my wife.
Yes,
it's
sir.
going to be a kickoff from the Valley View Tigers way out of bounds.
Sedna hooks it out of bounds. That does not help his team at all. I'm sure he's just trying to get his foot into it, but you got to maintain
or
your
just
technique.
take it at the 30.
I think they're being nice. They're going to take it at the 30.
And again, even though, Pablo, I mean, they're dominating everything so far. They've gone 1 first down, I believe, Valley View Tigers. And other than that, they've been held the other downs to get 1 interception and 1 punt.
And that's why they pitch it forward in case something goes wrong. Again, don't pitch it to the defensive lineman. That's all I'm saying.
All right, here we go, Paul.
And a little movement looks like with the offensive line. And I noticed that Valley View was about to be in trouble on the right side. They were going to easily get the edge on the right side. I think Coach Salinas saw that as well. They're by the defensive front. They're playing a 4-3. Valley View, don't it? And it looks like it's going to be easy to get on the outside of Valley View.
5 yards. It'll be a 5-yard loss. 15 for Robert Vela. They're going from the north to the south. Pablo.
And motion across the formation. And there's the
same play.
Yep, it's basically a play-action jet sweep where they fake the jet sweep and hand out to the other tailback. What they're trying to do is get some movement on the linebackers, and they gain about 6, don't it?
They get 6 on the play, so it'll be a 2nd and 9 coming up for the SaberCats. Now they're at the 31-yard line on their own side of the field. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up for Robert Vela SaberCats. Once again, I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Paul Osbury. Special thanks going out to Cats TV for the great work they're putting on here on the screen.
Look at that zoom. Look at that zoom on Ebner Lopez. Great job, Cats TV. It's going to be a quick screen to the right, and he drops it. He hit him in stride. It was a real good pass.
Second time, Pablo, that play. They need to work on that play. If you ask me what they need to work on so far, it's the same play, and it's gone incomplete both times. One time, I think Arguelles right there was running without the ball. You got to make sure you get the ball before you turn your face upfield.
Right. You got it, don't it? You saw it. You put the nail in the head right there, and that is where you have to catch it first and then run. I'm sure he was already seeing green, but you got to get that ball first.
All right, 3rd and 8 coming up, Pablo.
Motion across the formation. Going to take it to Twins on the top. On the short side of the field, it's going to be a pass. He's in the pocket. He may decide to keep it. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. He overthrew him. He was just sitting there, don't it? He did about a 15-yard curl, and he was just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And quarterback had all the time in the world. He could have kept it. He did throw it to the open man, but he overthrew him, though.
Pablo, we're looking at history tonight by the SaberCats by making the clinching the playoff spot for the first time in school history. I think we're seeing history in this year, seeing the SaberCats punt in the first quarter.
It's a very rare sight. They're accustomed to having a game in hand. I know it's just 14-7, but hey, it's 14-7.
5:33 left in the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, in the first quarter. I'm sorry, and it's SaberCats 14, Valley View Tigers 7.
And the snap is up. He's going to run. He could keep it if he wants. He decides to put his foot into it. Typical low line drive punt. He's going to go out of bounds pretty quick. I want to call that about a 31, 32-yard punt, don't it? He could have kept it, don't it?
He's asking for the mark. Montero's looking at the line guy,
Uh-oh.
and he ties him up at the 39-yard line. Not field position. You're looking at a 61-yard distance that they have to go. Not bad field position.
29, 30-yard punt. Very good for Valley View. They got the Simpson light. I mean, you can look at it. Sure, you want to look at it positively. They're close to, to the other territory. You want to look at it kind of in a negative light. Well, if they have to punt, at least they can pin Vela back a little bit deep in their own territory. We'll see what happens. Valley View coming out in twin to the right. They got their big old boy, Ryan Pettis, back there, fullback, or actually tailback. And it's going to be a rollout pass. He throws it. It's a very well-designed play. He makes the catch. Good job at the pass by Lentz to Aaron.
Let's give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Okay, let me try.
What do you got?
Hold on, give me a second. To Aaron Angiano.
All right.
Angiano.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Paul's got it. Anyway, they needed 10. They picked up 25, so we're going to move those chains.
And we're going to try to say that name again.
Which one is
Give
it,
your best shot.
we got a Spanish teacher. Help us out.
Oh, here we go, Espanol. But it's not. What? Angiano.
Anguiano. All right, first and
Thank
10.
you.
Quarterback in
He's
trouble.
out. He's being walked down. He throws it. He's got an open man.
Overthrown.
Good job. Looks like the Vela, they're playing scrappy. They're trying to get all they can. Quarterback was flushed out of the pocket. As you see, rolls out to the left. He did have a man coming across the formation and was not able to get his feet properly set. Couldn't get a good pass.
Hey, Paul, we got a game tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you what, we're expecting a blowout. It looked like a blowout because the SaberCats were quickly up 14-0. Next thing you know, it's an interception by the defense, taken all the way for 44 yards. And now they have the ball again after they held them to a punt. So it's Valley View right now, 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Quick screen to the right. He had some blocking. He got some good blocking as he gets through. I'll tell you what, Valley View, very well designed play as the left tackle comes out of his stance and contributes with the blocking, don't it?
Well, I was checking, and before I checked, they're moving them already, so we're going to move those chains. Quickly now, it is 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Pablo, what do you think of the offense that Valley View came out and said, we're just going to throw the book at you?
I do. I like Valley View. Coach Payne over there, they need to stay in what they can do. You don't need to – if you don't have guys with speed, then don't be throwing bombs. If you have this, don't do that. I'll tell you what.
He's doing what he can.
He's doing what he can. Motion across the formation, going to take it to trips, and he's going to roll out, and he's going to decide to keep it. He's got a little bit of speed. He's probably going to get himself a first down as he's pushed out of bounds.
And he's going to be marked at the 10, so that's going to be enough. Out of you're at the 20 and you put it at the 10, I'm going to take a chance and say here comes the call, move those chains. So we're moving them one more time, and that's for Valley View Tigers. And quickly, ladies and gentlemen, we got us the ball game. It is 1st and 10 for Valley View Tigers. They're at the 10-yard line of the Robert Vela SaberCats, and it is right now Robert Vela SaberCats 14, and Tigers.
Thank you, Julio, and
drop them chains.
Julio, making the call.
Oh, flag. Oh, that's a flag.
Yes. Thank you, Julio. We missed
that's the furthest pass we've seen is that flag flying from the 30-yard line to the 10.
He's the backup quarterback.
By Ontiveros. Here comes the call. It's probably going to be a holding or maybe a face mask. I'm not sure on this call.
And on that last
chop block.
15.
That's going to hurt.
Usually it's done by accident. I mean, almost always it's an accident somehow.
That's going to be a flag for 15 yards.
Don't you want to tell everybody what's a chop block? Does that mean
you
hit it with a knife or what? You're cutting the tomatoes? What do you do?
Well, you got somebody on top. Somebody that's actually making contact on top, and somebody else comes and just cuts him off.
Oh, you're saying two guys are blocking one guy.
Yeah, and the one's way down low.
Okay.
Yeah, one guy hits him down low, buddy.
Appreciate that. Trips. Motion turns it into trips. He's going to roll out. He's got a man open in the middle.
Intercepted!
Intercepted. He had no idea that there's about a 6'2" linebacker. He was expecting him to be about 5'8", and he didn't even have to jump. The guy, he was trying to hit his intended receiver. The slot receiver did a 10-yard curl, but you got to get that ball a little bit higher, don't it?
All right, so it's going to be now. All of a sudden, it is a Robert Vela SaberCats in control one more time. They pick up the football at about the 20-yard line and brings it back to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, 3:58 left. In the first quarter, it is Robert Vela, 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Pablo,
¿Qué pasó?
You were at the 1st and goal at the 10. Now you might be down 21-7 real quick.
Well, he's got to get that ball up. There's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to be walked down by the defensive end. Some good speed, but even better run by the quarterback to stay on his feet. I'll tell you what, Lopez is quite a load as a defensive end for the Tigers. Almost walked him down. Quarterback keeper gain of about 9, don't it?
Picked up 9 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 1 coming up. 3:35 and counting in the first quarter. It's still Robert Vela 14. Valley View Tigers 7. Thanks a lot going out to Cats TV. That is KATS Channel 17 for bringing you the action. Live action in Edinburg Cat Stadium.
All right, quick screen.
Finally.
Very well defended.
But they needed 1 and they picked up 2, so we're going to move those chains.
They did a screen to the short side of the field, don't it? I'm not saying you can't, but normally it's a lower percentage play. There's not much room to work with, but all they needed was 1. They got 2. Who cares, don't it? They got the first down.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line of the Valley View Tigers side, and we have 3:10 and counting left in the first quarter. Robert Vela 14, Valley View Tigers 7.
Essentially trips right. Lopez is going to decide to keep it himself. That was the right idea. The problem is the right side of the Tiger defensive line had some good penetration, took care of business. A loss of 2, don't it?
A loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 coming out. We're under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Vela came up with the ball, first time possession, took it in with 2:58. That's all it took for him to get into the end zone. They got an interception. They took it all the way also on the next drive to make it 14-0. They had the ball and they threw an interception into a defensive lineman's hands and made it 14-7.
All right, flag immediately.
Oh,
That's a tremendous tackle, and that's what you do. You attack him, you come down low from the outside in. Great job.
it might have been a free down, though, Pablo. We'll wait on the call, but I think – oh, no. Can you decline that, Pablo? That play never should have happened.
It shouldn't have happened, but
Right.
the guy didn't hear the whistle. So that play did not happen, don't it? In fact, actually it did, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
So why not decline and make it a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12?
Well, but the play it should have been blown dead. I'm
Yeah,
sure
but they gave the coach the option, and he says move him back. Ontiveros looked at their coach and said, take him back. And you're giving him another down. If you're against the SaberCats, I would just give him one chance.
I'd have it 3rd and 15, piece of cake.
All right.
Instead it's 2nd and 15.
Yeah, it's one flag. Vela, and it's going to be 5 yards on that flag.
I gotta believe he didn't have a choice, don't it? But maybe he did, but
Now, Ontiveros looked at him. That's what I was looking at.
and that's that's an easy penalty. And true to Vela's color is automatic. Whenever you have that free play, they instantaneously go to the fade or to the 9 route, which is a long pass down the sideline because it's a free play.
Now, do you protect the quarterback there? I'm assuming.
That's why, yes.
Okay.
They got to feel, as a ref, don't it? He got too far upfield, and for safety reasons, they're trying to blow the whistle.
All right. So, what we're trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is you usually get a free down, and Vela's good at taking advantage of that free down. But the offside was so close to the quarterback already that you think about the quarterback and you blow the whistle because somebody could get hurt seriously on that play. So it's going to give them the 5 yards back. That's 5-yarder against Valley View. It'll be, once again, 2nd and 11 coming up for SaberCats.
And it looks like they're going to run off the left guard. A lot of room. There was quite a space. He was not touched until about 5 or 6 yards down. It took the second level, which is the linebacker, to bring him down. A solid gain of about 8. Maybe more.
All right. They picked up, 9 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. We're down to 1:45 and counting left in the first quarter. Still Robert Vela, SaberCats 14. Valley View Tigers 7.
As you can see on your screen, basically double twins. They have they've got something
Another
going on.
free down.
Automatic free play. They throw the ball.
Oh.
That's going to be intentional interference as he knew he was beat.
We got 2 flags on the play, and Paul, it seems to me like they're going to take the pass interference that'll give them the 10 yards and an automatic first down. Same thing as if it was offsides, and it'll give them an automatic first down.
Good explanation, Donut. What Donut is saying is there's basically going to be 2 flags, a 5-yarder and a 15-yarder. Obviously, they're going to want to take the 15, don't it?
Yeah, and you might wonder why he threw his hat on the field on that pass interference. And, ladies and gentlemen, what happened is he had thrown his flag on the offside.
That's the second flag.
So that's going to be a second flag. If something else happens, you get the beanbag.
Yep.
Something else happens.
Take off your shirt.
Yeah. So the refs have 3 flags you can get rid of. It's the yellow, the cap, and then you go with your beanbag. So it was 2 there.
Yeah, normally they don't go to a 4th.
Yeah,
Not even a 3rd.
Yeah. So, but once again, it's going to be 2 flags against them. They decline the offsides. They accept the pass interference. It'll move. They needed 2 yards only. They move it 15 yards, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So we're going to move those chains. That flag went for 15 yards against Pablo. These guys were back in the game. They had him on a 3rd and long, and once again, the penalties are killing Valley View.
Well, Valley View's got a very aggressive defensive line and outside linebackers. I'll give them that. And so what you do with that, you do screens, you do hard counts, and that'll slow them down. As you can see on the screen, he's going to throw back. Oh, a tremendous defensive play by Carlos Batiste.
Batiste, number 5 on the
He
sack.
was blitzing. He was coming in no matter what. And that play takes a long time to develop. And so if you have a blitz, they're gonna get there, and that's exactly what happened.
Pablo, a loss of 10 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 20. Once again, Valley View trying to hold the SaberCats from getting into the end zone. The first time they held them was on a punt, Pablo. They went for a punt after scoring on the first 2 possessions. On the third possession, it was an interception taken all the way. So this is the 5th time, I believe, that SaberCats touched the ball.
Okay, split left. It's going to be a quarterback read option. He does hand it off, and there's no room at all for Vela.
Fumble on the play.
It could be a fumble.
They're calling him down.
People are still running around.
They're calling him down. They're calling him down, even though the Tigers have come up with the ball. They're calling him down. Here we go, a flag, and it's going to be, it might go both ways, but this gentleman coming right at us, Pablo, number 75.
Yeah, he was involved.
Yeah, he was involved, but I think they were both involved. We'll wait. Here comes the ref.
Good job by the defensive line and defensive end to really close up any and all gaps. And they turn the run inside, don't it? Not only did they turn the run inside, but they close up that gap, and so you saw a minimal gain at best.
And we talk about it. Don't let the guy get to the outside, and that's the best thing they
let him
did.
get outside.
Oh, and I saw it, Pablo. I saw it. And then again, and when you're that big and there's nobody behind you, you need to watch what you do. And even though I'm not saying he instigated it, but you need to be careful in what you do if you're the second guy going back. Nevertheless, it's going to be a 15-yard loss, and the flag's going to go against Robert Vela. So now they're looking at they're going to replay the down, Pablo. It was a dead ball.
Well, credit to
It should
the
be third down.
Tigers.
Should it be third down? Remember, it was 2nd and 20 on that play. They're replaying the down, Pablo. Second and
possession.
2nd and 34 coming up.
Oh, we had double motion right there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, wow. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Salinas.
Thank you, miss.
And
Hey, they thought he had him. He's still
Watch
running.
out for oh, that's a block in the back. They're not going to call it, so I guess it never happened. And he gets pushed out of bounds. That's just a very, very exciting. They need about 25. They got about 20.
No, they needed 34, Pablo, because of the
30,
15.
about 30.
Yeah, they're going to be 12 yards shy. They're going to be 12 yards shy.
Sorry.
He picked up about, out of the 34.
34, I'm sorry.
Picked up
20,
20, so he's got 14 to go. It'll be 3rd and 14 coming up. We're down to 6 seconds. He went out of bounds, so this will probably be the last play of the first quarter. And it's right now, Robert Vela, SaberCats 14. Valley View Tigers hanging in, 7.
And there's your hard count, and there's your free play right down the middle. And
That ball,
interference
he's going
again.
to say it was overthrown, I believe,
Yeah.
on that. Here comes the call, though. It's going to be now a 3rd and 9. Another free play being given to the SaberCats. They've yet to come through on that free play, Pablo.
And that receiver ran a post route. That's not what they've been doing all year. I'm sure that guy needs to be corrected. But I'll tell you what, I don't know what's going on with the count, but Valley View keeps jumping off sides. I mean, I give him credit for being aggressive, but hey, guys, just like you teach anybody at any level, when that ball moves, when you go, not when the quarterback yells hard.
All right, so it's going to be moving the ball 5 yards. One more flag against Valley View Tigers for 5 yards. 2 seconds left in the quarter. That took 4 seconds, so it's going to be a 3rd and 9 coming up.
A lot of substitutions for Vela.
Wow. You
they're going for a long
it
field goal.
was wrong.
There you go.
Was wrong.
Yep.
It was wrong earlier. So it's going to be a 4th and 9, and it'll be a 39-yard field goal.
It looks like it's a good snap. The hold looks good. It's going to be short. I don't think it's got enough juice in it. I don't think it made it. Yeah, it didn't have enough
Did
juice.
it go sides or
It
no?
would have been good from 38, but not from 39, don't it?
All right, so it's going to be short on the field goal. So Valley View, for the 3rd time, Paul, holds the SaberCats. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
saying a lot
So
right there, don't it?
We at the
Drive summary and stuff. Here we go.
The
Stats.
SaberCats touching the ball 5 times or a whole 3 times. They scored twice. Once they were intercepted for a 44-yard run back. They've been flagged quite a bit. That is 3 times for big 25 yards. And they scored with 10:22 the first, and then with 8:02 they came back and scored another 7, and they have 1 turnover. That's the stats by Miss Salinas on the SaberCat. Now let's go to Valley View. Valley View has touched the ball 4 times. They'll be touching it for the 5th time here, and it's going to be, they got 4 first downs, again, 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and they've been flagged, Pablo, for 45 yards already in the first
Man,
quarter.
great job. How'd you get all those stats? Don't know where'd that come
Aquila
from.
misses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have the wife next to you. You're saying,
The
Que más quieres? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the second quarter. We have a good game here. Maybe Valley View thought it was going to be a little bit too easy. I mean, the SaberCats is what I thought. But right now it's 14-7, and we're starting the second quarter. Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper, that's right. I like that, how he faked it to the fullback, expecting the linebacker to attack that fullback and maybe get outside. Could have looked like a promising play, no more than a gain of 2.
Yeah, gain of 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8 coming up for the Valley View Tigers. We're down at 11:45. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Edinburg Cat Stadium. Special thanks. We're going to go at halftime with these shirts, Pablo. And we're going to give a lot more shirts thanks to Oscar Salinas.
Oscar, Robbie Lee.
Also, Booney from
BMC.
Designs, and the designs is with a DEE and design for Didi.
I like that for his late wife.
Yeah, his late wife. You know, Didi was a great
good coach.
Teacher. Yeah, coach for the school district where we're all at ourselves. So, you know, Booney, thanks for what you're doing. That's BMC. Also, Jay, a little shout out going out to Jay. Told me to tell you hi, Pablo.
Jay, the brother.
The brother. That's from the same mother.
From the same mother.
All right, here we go.
Motion across the formation, takes it to trips. He's being flustered. He rolls out the pocket. He can run. He decides to throw it on one-on-one coverage.
Flag.
And that is going to be, unfortunately, that is interference. It's not the defensive back's fault. That usually happens on a pass where the pass is underthrown. The receiver is the only one that can see it. He comes back with the ball. DB continues on, turns into pass interference.
All right, it's going to be a pass interference. We're 15 yards, so we're going to move those chains. Pablo, before I forget, and y'all need to understand who we work with, who we've been with the past year or whatever, what we've been doing. We love it. And then when you get support from people like Martin, and I'm going to give a little shout out to Susan Smith, man. Good support, and lets us know that she likes what we're doing. So a little shout out going out to Miss Susan Smith.
In the house.
In the house. All right. So little shout out going out to you, Miss Smith. Thanks for everything. Thanks for sending us drinks and, making us feel like we're doing a good job.
Wow. I like that.
So a little shout out going out to you, man. Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line.
Motion takes it to trips across the formation.
That was a lateral.
It's going to be that's a pretty good pass, don't it? Because what you're doing is you're giving the ball quickly to your receiver.
Hey, tell the coach he cannot be there.
And one-on-one, and all he has to do is one move, kind of just get himself a few yards, and he does. A gain of about 5, don't it?
Pick up a 5 yards. Call it a 2nd and 5 coming up. 11-11 left in the second quarter.
On a play like that, don't it, you're counting on the athleticism of your wide receiver to kind of juke out that, give a little move on that defensive back is what we saw. If the DB makes a good tackle, it's a gain of 1. If the receiver makes a move, it's a gain of 5, and that's what we have.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 coming up, 11-11 left.
They're going to hand it off to the big man.
Oh, he kept it.
It's going to be a keeper. Looks like this is their style of play. That's a different type of quarterback read option where he intentionally pretends to hands it off, but he doesn't. He keeps it, don't it? A gain of 9.
A gain of 9. They needed 5, so we're going to move those chains.
And don't it on that play, by faking it to the fullback, you draw the linebackers up. And then, which means you can now get outside. That's I can't say I've seen that play all year, don't it? It's a very well-designed play.
All right, it'll be a 1st and 10. We got us a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at 11 minutes left in the half. It is right now Valley View Tigers 7, Vela SaberCats 14.
And there it is.
Again.
That's right. There it is again. And that's a solid gain of 4. Now, expect Valley View, what they're doing is they're studying that linebacker. As soon as that linebacker starts going outside, that's when they start handing it to the fullback.
All right, it'll be a pickup of, call it 4 yards on the plays. It'll be 2nd and 6 coming up, 10:45 and counting left in the half. In case you're just joining us, I'm Donald Salinas, Paul Osbury to my right. To my left, our stats lady, Miss Ida Salinas. Thank you, babe, for what you're doing. It makes it a lot easier for us to give stats to these people.
No doubt.
Home. Here we go, 10:33. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. Pablo.
Double twins. Lentz under center. This time he hands it off, and he is met.
Yeah.
This time, of course, in that type of play, don't it? It's a pre-designed play. He's going to either hand it or not. And so he was going to give it to him all the way, and he ran into a wall, lots of 2.
And again, no forward progress at all given on that, Pablo, even though he was met at the line. I guess he tried going. And if you continue trying to get away and run, they cannot give you forward progress on that, so they're going to give him a loss of 2.
Chains.
So
Good
it's going to be a third. Who's got a shirt down there?
Look, move those chains.
Mr. Olivares with a Move Those Chains shirt.
Trips on the right, as you can see on your screen. Lentz under center. Looks like they're going to blitz, and they are coming with a blitz. He does have his man wide open.
Wow.
And he was not ready for it. Coming across the formation was a flex receiver quarterback had to get rid of it quick as SaberCats had blitzed 2 of their linebackers. Probably got rid of it a little faster than he wanted, don't it? But he did have a man open in the middle because the linebackers had blitz and they vacated the center.
Okay, Pablo, we have a 4th and 8. Oh, no, here they come. I was going to ask you, are they really thinking about going for it and giving them the ball there? All they would need would be 55 yards. No, but they're coming in with the punting team. Pablo, how little players do they have, Pablo? They got got no more than 8. So if you have 22 on the field.
I'll tell you what, they have half the roster that Vela does. A beautiful punt that's going to take a generous hop, I'm sure. There it is.
Wow, at the 6.
That was a gorgeous punt. That was a spiral that turned over and hit flat. A lazy spiral.
It'll be at the 7-yard line, so it's good. Pablo.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to my wife. You know, there's strong sports. I got the pleasure of working with Coach René Sosa over there a few years back and doing baseball over there at Valley View. And let me tell you what. They got some baseball players, and they got some soccer players.
Right, I was talking.
I can almost guarantee you that little boy plays soccer.
Well, that's why I figured they have a good kicking game. Their soccer team is basically the Sharyland of the Valley.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10. SaberCats at their own 7-yard line.
But they're not playing soccer tonight. And here we go.
Uh-oh.
Big guy up the middle.
Uh-oh.
He's got one guy to beat. As you can see on your screen, it looks like he's going to outrun him.
That's Vela? Who is that?
He is
oh,
gone.
my God.
He is gone. Looks like
touchdown,
SaberCats.
SaberCats. A 93-yard run. Robert Guerra on a 93-yard run. So quickly after Valley View Tigers were hanging in there for a quarter, Robert Vela comes back with a 93-yard run, and it's now 20. Robert Vela, SaberCats, and the Valley View Tigers at 7. Point after coming up. Pablo, take us through it.
Woo, that play was designed to go off the left guard.
We're going to get a replay after the extra point. Boy, Cats TV, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Qué más?
And it's a great blocking, don't it, as all the blockers, even the guys where the play was not intended to go, stay with their blocks. Looks like a low snap. Give credit. Oh, it hit the inside post and went inward. Give credit to the holder.
Extra point, SaberCats. Paul,
And
here comes the rerun. Take it, Pablo.
Okay, it's supposed to go to the left side. As you can see, he turned it back up. And give credit to the SaberCat offensive lineman.
He had an angle on him. But
no. He did. He gave it all he could, don't it? And I'll tell you what, Ghetto just got too much speed.
Wow.
And just too much of an open field of number 7.
Never slowed down, Pablo.
Alex Sanchez didn't have a
ran it
chance.
all the way like if somebody was right after him. Look at that. Here
He
goes
did.
the
He got
replay. Catch TV.
Wow.
¿Qué
¿Qué más quieres?
Good job, guys. I love it, man. Not because y'all are
Rick
here.
on the camera.
Not because we're friends.
Yeah.
Not because we're friends and we're here, guys. It's a great job, Martin. Thanks for what y'all do, man. And let me what, I'm sure.
Hey, look at Rick keeping it in the center of the screen. Look at
Míralo,
that. He's in the center the whole way.
Mira,
en el centro.
Tune in. Once
Beautiful.
again, special thanks going out to Catch TV. That is KATS Channel 17 and the crew here with Martin and Susan Smith. I'm pretty sure are the ones in charge. But anyway, great job, guys. And it's just getting better and better every day. Next year, maybe, Martin, we can have a pregame show, Martin, next year on the field.
Hey, put the pressure on Martin. Hey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with 9:24, it is the SaberCats going one more time on a 93-yard run.
All right, you can see a little confusion on who's going to return it. And caught cleanly, brought out to, looks like the 22-23. The SaberCats again. Very good special teams doing it as everybody stayed in their lanes. Good job on the coverage team.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's one thing you need to be careful with the SaberCats. It doesn't take long for them to score, and they got so much talent on their team. Like I said, this school just started 3 years ago. First year, I don't think they won a single game. Second year, they came up pretty close to, getting after the playoffs. They came up short, a game short. And believe me, they stayed at the toughest district, I believe, by staying at 5A. So it'll be 1st and 10, Valley View Tigers. They're at their own 22-yard line with 9:17 left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. It is now Robert Vela, SaberCats 21, Valley View Tigers 7.
All right, Valley View and double twins. He's going to roll out in the pocket. He's going to throw it quickly down the sideline. He does have a man.
Oh.
And it was so accurate that it hit him right in the head. Probably the receiver wasn't ready for it. That was a little horn route where he goes out and turns it up.
What?
A horn route.
Horn?
Like a
quack,
long horn.
like
that
a
goes
cuerno?
up. And the horns that are super long, they kind of continue to go different directions.
Wow. So it's not a horn like the
No, not the flute, not the pan
okay.
flute, not the horn. Not
Okay. Está bueno.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up, 9-11 left. Oh, 9-11, watch out.
Hey, trips to the right. Split left. And Lentz is being pressured. He got to get rid of it. He decided to keep it himself. He had no other option.
Good play by number 11, Pablo. I mean, if he doesn't get him, he'll pick up another first down,
Joe Gonzalez gets him on his legs, and because he might have been gone. He'd been gone for a while.
Yeah.
And Lentz did all he could to gain a few yards as he was pressured from both sides, and he decided to tuck it and go.
All right, it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up, 8:45 and counting, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're listening to Team Donut and Paul up at Edinburg Cat Stadium, where it's SaberCat football on a Thursday night. And, guys, hey, a little update on the Giants and the Cardinals.
Who's going to the World Series? Who's going to wait for KC?
Oh, my God. Be careful whoever
Rolls
waits for
out.
KC.
He throws. He got
All
the flag.
Oh, flag.
Got a flag very quickly. I'm not sure what that could be on.
Did they hit the quarterback? But he didn't even fall down.
Well, but would he be making the call if they hit the quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And it could be a push-off. The only thing I can think of is maybe the Valley View. It's either interference, offense, or defensive on Valley View. We're going to find out.
They're asking Salinas what he wants, so I'm sure it's against Valley View now.
Yeah,
Here comes the call from Greg Ontiveros making the call here for us at the 20-yard line. Here comes the call. Holding.
Okay.
Valley View. So they'll take the penalty. Well, he didn't come up with a first down, Pablo. He's way short, but he's still going to take him back 10 yards. So it was a 3rd and 8. It'll be a 3rd and 18 coming up for Valley View. And Valley View pretty close to getting into big trouble, Pablo.
Doing it right there. That tells all right there. That tells you the amount of confidence that Coach Salinas has in his team and his defense, that he took him back, because he's expecting them to hold him.
To get better for
yes, to get better for the
got you, Pablo.
That's Coach Salinas. I'll tell you what. You want to know how much confidence he has in his team right there, because the team with lesser confidence would have had a different decision on that penalty.
Pablo, the last game that was close here at halftime, remember we asked him, hey, what's going on? He goes, you think they got the number 1 defense? Watch out. So I have a feeling that they might do the same thing in the second half. Here we go.
Dive right up the middle.
The Dooley.
As well, I thought I was going to wait for him to pop out. He stayed on his feet. That's a good run by Ryan Perez.
He picked up 7, Pablo, but they needed 18, so it's going to bring up a 4th and, call it 12, coming up 13, coming up for the Valley View Tigers. Once again, they're set up to punt, and they'll be punting from their own maybe 8-yard line, Pablo. Not good.
Not good, because you know that Vela.
We have somebody back to receive the punt.
Well, they do.
In Edinburg?
Vela's going to, I got to say it, Vela's going to take care of their business on special teams. We've seen a heavy, look how beautiful, oh my gosh, a glorious high fly. That should take another soft hop, and it does. A beautiful punt, and beautiful punt indeed, in that the fact it was a non-return, so they do have it at their own 47, but no return.
Yeah, it'll be at the Valley View Tigers 49-yard line. Robert Vela will have a 1st and 10. 7-12 left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. Right now it is Robert Vela, SaberCats 21, Valley View Tigers 7. We've still got 7 minutes. It doesn't take long for SaberCats to get into the end zone. We'll see how they do it on this possession.
You're right about that, Donut. Up 21-7. Expect the SaberCats to have the foot on the gas pedal, even all the way up until at least 30 seconds of the game. He's got his starters in there, and, as far as Salinas is concerned, this game is not over, so expect him to keep the pedal to the metal.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
As you can see on your screen, twins to the right, and he's going to be a play-action pass, flags, and the reason they stopped that, because that's going to be on the offense, don't it? As you know, I'm preaching to the choir on that, but the reason they stopped the play is going to be the offense.
All right, it's going to be 5 yards back on the SaberCats. So instead of it being a 1st and 10, we're looking at a 1st and 15. Ball will be placed at the 46-yard line, now on the SaberCats side of the field. So with 7:09 left, it is Robert Vela, SaberCats 21, Valley View Tigers 7. We're hearing SaberCat football on Cats TV 17. That is KATS Channel 17.
Oh, man, appreciate the props. Giving props where they belong. Martin Torres running a nice tight ship over there. Here we go. Lopez in the shotgun. Looks like he's back there with Cantu, who's already rushed for a gazillion yards. It's going to be play action. He rolls out to his right, as you can see. Got a man open in the flats. It's tight end, and he gets outside. Great job by the outside receiver, Donut, to clear out and leave that tight end open in the flats.
They needed 15. They picked up 18, so we're going to
move those chains.
Hey, Paulo, let's give special thanks who made this possible by working with Valley Central. That is valleycentral.com. That's KGBT Channel 4 Sports. Thanks a lot for tuning in with Cats TV Channel 17. And I talked to the people at of course, at Valley Center at Channel 4, and they just don't worry about us here with Catch TV. What they run, they just come here, plug in, and let's go. They know everything's going to be running well.
Because you're doing a great job.
So here we go. We're going to let's thank also the people that made that possible when signing this agreement with them, and that was our board of trustees, and that's our president Juan Sani Palacios, our vice president Dr. Martin Castillo, our secretary Jaime Solis, our members Jaime Chavana, Carmen Gonzalez, Robert Peña Jr., and David Torres. Special thanks going out, of course, to Mr. David Torres for 8 years of service and Mr. Chavana, 12 years of service. Also, let's not forget our superintendent, Dr. Rene Gutierrez. Pablo.
First team All-State.
Yeah,
First team All-State superintendent and our school board last year. First team All-State school board
at the state board.
They were equivalent to All-State.
So if you're the board of Edinburg, you're saying
Que más quieres?
All right, here we go. First and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Pablo.
Motion going across the formation, going to take it to Trips. They usually run out of this formation, and they do. They hand it off. He gets outside. There's a flag on the play. He's going down the sideline. He's going to run out of field, and he's knocked out of bounds for the flag in the back.
Yeah, and we're
that's usually holding on it.
Holding, you think so?
Usually.
Julio, what do you got?
What is it?
Oh, busy.
Honest man. He wants to keep his undefeated record over there.
24 to 24.
And some nachos.
And nachos. Hold it. He's still making the call.
Yeah, but we made the call first.
Okay. You can't take credit for you're 24. All right. Hey, good sportsmanship.
He's already up nachos. Maybe 2 nachos.
Good sportsmanship, Paulo.
Yes,
Julio there.
Yeah, he's a good guy, no doubt. Does a great job up here with us.
Real quick. The crowd, you know?
Again, of all the Edinburg teams, SaberCats bring the biggest crowd. They've been quiet tonight.
Yeah, well, Paulo, and again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, what we're trying to say is, even I didn't think this game would be this close, but now it is.
Here we go. Double twins.
10.
Lopez in the shotgun. Looks at Coach Salinas. Plenty of time to play clock and get his audible from Coach Salinas.
All right, it'll be first and 20 with a holding call, beginning back 10 yards.
It's going to be a pass. He stays in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. He can.
Whoa.
Good job of the defense to come up very aggressively. Because
if he stops, Pablo, and he still had 5-6 yards to stop and throw the ball, he
did.
Because Valley View said this guy's going to run, and they just all sucked in.
There's a point in time, don't it, when the quarterback has committed far enough that you got to come up as a defender.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, Valley View definitely came up.
They came up. All 3 guys came up and said, this guy's – and then they know he can take it for the 20 yards they needed, but they held him to 3 yards only. It'll be 2nd and 17 coming up, 6:15 left in the half. It's still Robert Vela, 21. Valley View Tigers, 7.
Lopez, get on the backfield. He's again in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. You can see.
A
little bit behind. Yeah, a little bit behind. He has a guy coming across the formation basically on a 5-yard route.
Dude,
he's beautiful.
Beautiful. I mean, and ladies and gentlemen.
Not me. He's not saying, dude, I'm beautiful. Tell him what you're talking about, don't it?
Oh, my wife.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
I was talking about the screen here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a monitor up here that Martin put for us, and the picture is great, man. I mean, hey, I would love
sometimes we just look at the monitor.
Yeah, we don't even look down there. So it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 16 coming up, 6:05 left. Pablo.
Lopez with Guerra in the backfield on his right hip in the shotgun. He stays in the pocket. The pass, you can see, he's going to roll out. He has the edge. He overthrows.
Pablo, running to your left and you're a right-hander,
that's very
it's
tough.
Going to be hard to throw. And the only throw, to me, you can make from that position is going to be a little soft toss. He tried to put some zip on it, and it got away from him. It fell incomplete. So Valley View is holding the SaberCats one more time to a punt formation.
I'll tell you what, the SaberCats are doing more punting than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had a punter until the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you what, now, Coach Salinas, I was talking to Coach Salinas before the game, and he did say, he gave me that look in his eye like, hey, I'll tell you what, Valley View's got a good little defense.
Well, that's good.
I mean, he did say that. He said they got a great defensive line. He said, you're going to give them more credit than you think.
That was almost blocked.
And they could have let it go in the end zone, but instead, let it go in the end zone. Instead, we have an update. Cardinals are up 1-0. As we're trying to wait and see, we're giving you a little update as who made, if you're at home, you very well could be watching ESPN yourself, but who's going to meet KC in the World Series?
3rd inning, we have the St. Louis Cardinals up 1-0. Do you want to meet Kansas City?
KC's
right now?
hot, man. They are on fire.
History.
They got Pine Tar on all their bats.
8 in a row. Hey, let me tell you what.
What you got,
A
Donut?
little shout out going out to Miss Avila. Miss Avila, wait till you see our shirts, Miss Avila.
Ah, yeah.
Cancer fighter herself. Miss Avila, we're wearing some pink shirts that says,
Oh.
move those chains. And they say Team Donut, just the same shirts as the black ones. But Miss Avila, we're in pink.
Love
little
it.
shout out going out to my mom and my dad, Mr. and Mrs. Donato Salinas Senior. Hey, Mom and Dad, love you all. Thanks for tuning in. And it feels good to know that our family is hearing us. And Pablo, a little shout out going out to your mom and tell her she's got a shirt coming, buddy.
Thank you, Donut. She did ask me. She called me today, and she said, hey, Paul, don't you guys got any more of those shirts? You know those shirts you talk about, move this, move that? Yes, ma'am, we sure do.
Mira, Pablo.
Oh, look at that. We even have the NFL up here.
Wow. Hey, these guys are spoiled, man.
These guys are big time up here, baby.
Hey, we got to have a pregame show next year, Martin. Putting the pressure on Martin.
Okay, Lentz throws it out. He's got a man open in the middle, in the post. That's a gorgeous little route. This time he finds intended target. They needed a whole bunch. They got a lot more than that. We're going to move those chains.
Good job, Paulo. You haven't said that one before.
Oh.
We need a lot and we got a whole bunch.
We need a lot and we got more than that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley View Tigers. Trying to make a game out of this. It's still Vela Sabercats 21, Valley View Tigers 7, 5:25 and counting left in the half. And it is a 1st and 10 ball at their own 29-yard line.
Give credit again. Valley View. Oh, you can't come out of the huddle. Come on.
He left the huddle?
He did. He sprinted out of the huddle.
Illegal substitution?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll make that call. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Ms. Avila, George, Mom and Dad. They're watching the game. One in the big screen, Pablo, on the computer. They're watching it.
Yeah,
About
yeah, you're watching it.
¿Qué más quieres?
¿Qué más?
All right, Ms. Avila, a little shout out going out to you, of course, and all the Truman people at Truman Elementary that are under Ms. Avila. The flag has been waved off. That was not a flag, ladies and gentlemen. I guess they didn't huddle. Now they're calling a timeout, Valley View. Pablo, what happened there is it wasn't actually a huddle.
Yeah, they can come off. You can send them
off.
out. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what happened is the guy called the flag, and then the other guy explained to him and said, hey, they never did huddle.
Was that Miss Salinas that was nudging you? Like, hey.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Is he saying,
wow, if we have we have some additional help, some extra eyes, and it's your trusted wife, you're thinking,
¿Qué más quieres? So no shout out going out to George, my dad, Mom and Dad, and Celia Avila. Thanks for tuning in, man. Pablo, what do you got, man? What do you think so far? Give me a little.
What a great operation up here. Where I feel good about our pink shirts. We got the crew up here. Got Catch TV in effect. We got the Sabercats. We got a big crowd. We're at home. I'm thinking, ¿Qué más quieres? No doubt
shout
about
out
it.
going out to the guy make these shirts possible. A friend of yours?
Oscar Salinas, let me tell you that. He's a good coach, great coach. Coached at Economies for many years, now doing a great job at La Feria. And he's Robbie Lee. Him and his whole family, I've known those guys. We go back to elementary.
To Robert E. Lee.
Robbie Lee.
¿Qué más quieres?
¿Qué más?
All right, so special thanks going out to Oscar Salinas for these shirts. Thanks a lot, Coach. Here we go. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 after the timeout, after the flag being waved off. It is 1st and 10 for the Valley View Tigers. 5:16 left in the half.
Okay, this time they do hand it off to their big boy, Ryan Perez, as he gets himself about a good 2 yards before he ran into a brick
We'll call
wall.
it 3 yards, Pablo. A good run, 3 yards. You want 3 yards on every play?
I'll take it.
You take it. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. We're under 5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Valley View Tigers still trying to make a game of it. They've yet to put points on the board with their offense. The points were put up on a little shovel pass that fell into the arms of a – I don't think that lineman will ever score again.
A cheeseburger.
He thought it was a cheeseburger.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, here we go, Pablo.
Okay, Lentz, a good little play right there, don't it?
They needed 7. He picked up 7
and a half. So they're going to move those chains, baby.
We're moving the chains one more time for Valley View, ladies and gentlemen. We got us a good ball game here on a Thursday night. Sabercat football, of course, being taken to you thanks to valleycentral.com. And, of course, they're doing the screaming and Cats TV giving you the great picture.
Oh, great little play. Very conservative, you know what I mean, don't it? The quarterback probably doesn't have the strongest arm. Well, why throw it 50 yards? Just throw it 10, throw it 7. There you go.
All right, 1st and 10.
And he's going to roll out. He's got a man open. He did have a tight end open. He set open. He did a little 5-yard curl. He was open, but too much heat, and he had to get out of the kitchen.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 coming up. 4:15 stops the clock with an incomplete pass. And, Pablo, I like the game, man. The game's good, even though the Valley View Tigers can't put, as they're playing like Bobcat football, 5 or 6 plays together, but you need more than that to put points on the board.
Hey, look at a little quick huddle here by Valley View. Got the Twins right. He's going to throw a quick screen to the 15. Good job. That's essentially a blind.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, he was down.
Ball's down.
That's
Ball's
essentially
down,
a blind screen.
Oh,
hey, there's the flag.
whoa.
Not very smart by the SaberCats, as they're definitely losing their cool on that one. And they better be careful. They're going to let Valley View back in this game, don't it? That little screen right there. There's no one to block. It's just saying, we're going to give you the ball quickly in open space, make a move, and what they did.
Picked up 4 yards on the play, but you're going to add another 15, so we're going to
move those chains.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, these SaberCats, it's a great team. I think they're going to go places. I think they're going to go in the playoffs. How deep they go, Paulo, it's going to be up to the way they handle situations like that. You're playing a good team. You can't afford to give them 15 yards, which they've done, I believe. I haven't checked the stats, but that's a second 15-yarder. You play a good team in the playoffs, that'll take you right out of the playoffs.
Not only second 15-yarder, second personal foul, intentional roughness or whatever. There's many ways to call it, but that's not good. That's not good discipline. And I'm not saying Coach Salinas does not have a disciplined team. I'm just saying that at this time, he's got a couple instances where these guys are losing their discipline.
And you see, now you got the guys upset and getting on each other. That's not good for the team. It'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 41-yard line of the Robert Vela SaberCats.
Lynch with Ryan Pettis. He's going to roll out. He's got a little bit of time. Hits his man in the flats. He had his guy open, but Lynch overthrew the intent.
Third and 8 coming up. Pablo, now.
¿Qué pasó?
3 minutes left by the time they get to 4th down. Two downs?
Oh, yes, sir. I believe they got to, at this point, they got to take this momentum in this drive, continue on right here. Let's see what they come up with on the 3rd and long. Motion across the formation. Potential blitz by the SaberCats. They do blitz off the edge. That makes the quarterback. Oh, most unfortunate. He had to get rid of it, and this is going to be an easy touchdown. Don't push him in the back. He's going to definitely walk it in. There's no, it's just too easy. What happened with the quarterback, donut, was they blitzed off the edge. He had to get rid of it too quickly. Another pick. I believe that's the same
third
pick. I think that's the second pick by the same guy right here.
Here we go.
Yeah, intercepted by John Trevino. I was just talking to his father earlier.
John, you got John going? Look at the camera work, Pablo.
John, look at that camera work.
Cut back.
By Rick. Man, that's great stuff, man. Cat TV, I'll tell you what. These guys up here, Rick on the camera. And you got Rick on the camera, you're thinking,
¿Qué más quieres? That's number 14, John Trevino, running back on the play all the way down. So with 3:02 left, excuse me there, ladies and gentlemen. It is now Vela SaberCats 27, Tigers 7. Pablo, point up.
Oh, low snap, but a good job by whoever the holder has 2 times he dealt with a bad snap.
Extra point,
SaberCats.
Pablo, that's true, man. That's what's the name, Romo from the Cowboys when you can't handle that snap?
Remember that?
Remember that?
They could have gone and advanced in the playoffs a long time ago. That's right.
But he went back and let Seattle know that he doesn't need to hold the ball.
Oh, yeah,
no
he
more.
took care of business. You're right
took
about
care
that.
of business. That was on Sunday. At least I loved it, Pablo. That was the Cowboys.
We loved it, baby.
All right. You like the Cowboys, Pablo?
I'm so much a Cowboy fan. I was a Cowboy.
Had a baby. That's Paul Osbury, who was a Cowboy in
1996.
1996, Pablo.
Free agent with the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, sir.
All right, Pablo. So, again, a little shout-out going out to the Cowboy fans.
Oh, and
There's a lot of them, man.
We lost
a few. We lost a few, Pablo. We lost a few. 2-1 Giants take the lead. Hey, Dad, you know what, Dad? ¿Qué más quieres, Dad? You're hearing us.
Yeah.
You're watching football, and we're giving you the updates on baseball, Dad. Don't worry about the game. We got your scores. It's 2-1 now, Dad. Bottom of the 3rd, Giants are up.
Patriots are up on the Jets, 7-6.
Oh, where'd you get that from?
On my phone.
Hey,
so if you're tuning in to Valley, no need ESPN to tune in to ValleyCenter.com and tune in over here at Cats TV, getting it going, to tune in to us. We'll hook you up.
All right.
Soccer, we got a soccer. No, we don't have any soccer scores. No.
You bring in the London NFL.
Yeah, the London NFL. Oh.
Here we go, Pablo.
Yeah, we got it. Fielded cleanly at about the 4. He does not have any blocking. He's going to be tackled easily.
At the 10, maybe.
Again, very good coverage.
11-yard line.
Pablo,
I have a question for you.
Pregúntame.
You got to go 89 yards.
And
under 3 minutes left.
The Tigers are not built for this.
28-7. Do you run the ball, keep the clock running, and let's go into halftime only down 28-7, or you try and do something and take a chance of going into the locker room 35-7?
I believe they're going to be conservative, don't it? I believe right now, of course, they'd love a broken play turned in for a touchdown, but they're not built that way. I don't think Valley View's got the type of speed that SaberCats had to do on defense. So I would bet they're just praying to go into halftime down no more than 28-7.
All right, here we go. We'll wait and see what's going to happen. It is 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line of the Tigers.
And they hand it off. He can that
Don't go
quarterback keeper.
Why would you go out of bounds?
Well, again, if that was
in that case, throw the ball.
Well, again, if he goes out of bounds, I got to be thinking that the quarterback's mentality is that they're going to try to drive it because they want to keep the drive alive but they're stopping the clock. I mean, 2:51, there is plenty of time, don't
Okay, it took only 7 seconds on that play, so it's 2:51 left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Vela, SaberCats 28, Valley View Tigers 7. There you have a 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball at the 14-yard line.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper again on the outside. This time he stays in bounds. I'm sure the coach told him, as he definitely could have gone out of bounds, and he stayed in bounds and gained a couple more. Now I got to believe, don't they're hoping his clock runs down because he could have gone out of bounds and he didn't.
All right, 3rd and 5, call it. A pick up 2 yards on the play, 2:30 and counting. Robert Vela, SaberCats does have 3 timeouts left.
You're right about that.
They come out and they got so many weapons. I think 35 seconds is enough for Vela to put some points on the board.
You're right about that, and expect Vela to try to score with whatever time will be left if they get the ball. As Valley got that 3rd down, trips to the right, and he's going to roll back, and he has to get rid of it quickly. A good little play, don't it? That's
Did
well
he get it?
He did.
Great catch. They needed 5. They picked up 7, so
move those chains. A good 5-yard out, don't it? This time, the timing was perfect, and the pass hit him right in the gut.
Paul, you gotta.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed.
I gotta say,
I love it. I love it because these kids are, by nobody, thought they had a chance, and they're playing like if they still have a chance to beat these SaberCats. So it's going to be a 1st 10. We move the chains with 5:50 left now in the half. It's still SaberCats 28, Tigers 7. Balls at their own 24-yard line of the Tigers.
Oh, great view by Cats TV across the formation. A little screen. They got a lot of blocking.
Oh.
But give credit to the corner as he's the one that can disrupt that play if he reads it quickly enough. And there you go. SaberCats are going to want to do something at half as they call a timeout. As they're hoping to stop them on a 3rd down, make them punt, and maybe have a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 12 right now coming up. 1:36 left, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Edinburg Cat Stadium. We're bringing you the action from SaberCat football. Right now, we're looking at seeing some history tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If they get a victory tonight, more than likely it'll be the SaberCats for the first time in school history making the playoffs.
And you know what, don't it? I know the score is 28-7. You know what? It is what it is. It's 28 points. Right. But I'll tell you what, half of those touchdowns have been scored by the defense. Not necessarily miscues by Valley View, but, the quarterback being pressured and dumping that ball off before it was time. And so,
I mean, it's a different. We're trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is sometimes you make, bad mistakes and but he's trying to do what he can, and that's all he can do is get rid of the ball because it's the defense making up the play. So, Paul, that's a great call right there by letting people know what's going on and why it's going on tonight. All right, so it's going to be 1:36 left, 2nd and 12 coming up. 2 timeouts still left for the SaberCats.
Yep, he's going to roll out. He's going to throw it down the sideline. He's got a man very well covered down the sideline. I'm very surprised, that they did that because it stops the clock at the very low percentage play, running the 9 route or run the streak down the sideline to the short side of the field. The corner's probably going to have good coverage.
That was an acuerdo?
What is acuerdo?
Acuerdo.
Acuerdo?
Yeah. A horn? That wasn't a horn?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, you got me on that one. That was a, how do you say, arrow?
At me like, what'd you call me?
That was a derecho.
Okay, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 12 coming up, 1:31 left.
What'd you call me?
SaberCats still with 2 timeouts. Pablo.
And trips to the right. Looks like SaberCats going to come on the blitz. Be a perfect time for a screen. He rolls out. He may keep it. He does. He gets all he can. There's a flag probably holding in the backfield. Is going to negate what would be a good little gain to make it 4th and short. Now is going to be. Let's see what they do. Don't it? Do you? Okay. Do you accept the penalty and do you give Valley View a chance to run more time off the clock, or do you take him to a 4th and 5 or 6?
I would just get the ball already.
Right. I would decline it and to get him into a 4th and 6. They're going to punt.
Here we go.
Let's see what they do.
They're asking Coach right now. Coach Salinas waiting to give him the sign, and he's asking his coach. They're going to decline it.
Yeah,
So instead of it being a 3rd and 22, they're going to decline the holding, and it's going to be 4th and 6 maybe coming up. But they're going to get the ball without them running more seconds off the clock, Pablo. So I
great
think
job.
that's the right call because those 10 yards can be made up in less than the 20 seconds they're going to kill off the clock.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be 4th down coming up for the Valley View Tigers. They're at their own 29-yard line. They'll be punting, and Pablo, but they got a great punter.
I'll tell you what, he has hit some gorgeous punts.
Is that the best punter we've seen all year?
There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Of course, only
All right.
two or actually 3 punts in, and he is punting into the wind, by the way, don't it? Those high spirals are the quality hang time on those punts is giving the SaberCats, they're not giving them a chance to return it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful punt in the fact that he's, if it's a punt of a 35 yards, it's net at 35. So that's some good punting.
Mira, Dr. Rene Gutierrez taking pictures over there with who? ¿Quién es ese, Pablo?
No, I can't see.
Acá
No puedes
over here.
ver.
The screen.
Oh.
Give us a shot, Pablo.
Oh, HEB.
HEB.
A big sponsor. Here's your punt. And he hits a low knuckleball that's going to be very aggressively fielded. Good job by the SaberCat guy. And that's what he's supposed to do. Most oftentimes, during the season, we see the other teams let it hit the ground.
Yeah.
No, come up and catch it.
Vámonos.
Yeah, and if they're too close, they'll catch it.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. And it's going to be the Robert Vela SaberCats needing 54 yards to get into the end zone one more time. They got one timeout left. It is 1:14 left. They're up right now 28-7, and we'll see if they can do it.
And
I said hallelujah. Shout out going out to Mr. Rios, Dr. Rios.
Dr. Rios.
All right, here we go, Pablo. Take us through it, Pablo. 1st and 10.
With a minute and 14 left, you got double twins. Lopez in the shotgun. He's going to stay there. He's got a man coming across the formation. If he sees him, and he's being flustered. So give credit. That is a coverage sack.
Timeout.
Oh, great job. He did have a man open in the coming across the formation, but he wanted more.
Up quick.
He wanted more, don't it?
Guys, we got guys 50 yards back.
He wanted more, but they were covered deep. He thought maybe someone else was going to become open. Give credit to Valley View.
Right here, one-on-one.
And he's going to hand it off. And it looks like a little bit of holding, but they didn't call it. So just like that, he got about a gain of they needed 15. They got about 14.
So it'll be a 3rd and 1 coming up. We're under 34, 33 and counting. 30 seconds left in the half.
Double twins. Expect a pass. He's in the pocket. He's going to throw it deep.
There he is.
He gets hit. He had to get rid of it too quick. Intercepted by Valley View. And they're going to just be happy in the fact that he's still on his feet. And Valley View should be very close to the.
Yeah.
Valley View is going to be very excited with the fact that they prevented SaberCats from getting any potential score, and the fact that they
another turnover.
Hey, why not? They one pass, maybe a little field goal range. You never know.
They got a kicker.
They do.
Yeah. So it's going to be now 1st and 10. All of a sudden, it's going to be the Valley View Tigers football. Little stats at halftime, Pablo. We got 8 possessions for the Robert Vela SaberCats. They got 28 points on the board. They scored in the first quarter with only 2:58 into the game. They scored again with 4 minutes into the game. Then they scored in the second quarter with 9:24 left in the half and scored again with 3:02 left in the half. That made it 28 points they have on the board. Here we go. I'll give you the Valley View stats in a bit.
Trip to the left. Looks like they're going to try. He rolls out. He's going to launch it. For him, that's a launch. And intercepted again. They better tackle him. And they do. They have an opportunity. And they bring him down.
At the 50-yard line, so it'll be at midfield. 1st and 10. 5 seconds left. Another turnover. That'll be turnover number 3 for the Valley View Tigers. We have 2 turnovers on the Robert Vela SaberCats. At the time, it's going to be 9 times that the Valley View Tigers get possession of the ball. They picked up 9 first downs. Like we say, they're playing a little Bobcat football. They get some things going, but they can't get more than 6 or 7 plays, which is what it takes to get into the end zone, sometimes more. They've been flagged 7 times for 60 yards. The Robert Vela SaberCats have been flagged 7 times also for 70 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 10, 5 seconds left in the half. It is right now Robert Vela 28, Tigers 7. Pablo.
Regaliado giving them the ball. Looks like SaberCats going to be content just to run and go into half up 28-7, don't it?
And that's going to take us into halftime. So once again from Edinburg Cat Stadium, I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Paul Osbury. To my left, Ida Salinas giving you the stats. Great stats. They're done, Miss Salinas. Thank you very much. So at halftime, it is Robert Vela SaberCats 28, Valley View Tigers 7. Enjoy the halftime show.